Episode 437.
Is he back?
Shen Guo was still standing there in a daze, but this time it was Tang Ru who went over to check as she spoke. When the door was pulled open, sure enough, Ye Shu was there, fiddling with the lock.
Still up, huh?
Ye Shu turned back and called out a greeting. Inside, Chen Guo was already charging out like a madwoman, but Ye Shu just tossed out a "get some rest early," closed the door, and went inside by himself. Shen Guo was still trying to figure out where to even start with her tirade, and the guy just vanished on her.
Huh? What's going on?
Chen Guo was completely stunned.
It's like nothing ever happened.
Tang Ru gave a bitter smile, guessing Chen Guo was about to blow her top again. Sure enough, after a moment of stunned silence, Chen Guo rushed forward and began pounding furiously on the door. Ye Shu opened the door, looking genuinely puzzled, as if he had no idea what was going on. Tang Ru was speechless.
Huh? What's up?
Start talking.
Chen Guo was full of bluster, though she had also spent a long time thinking about how to speak to this person. After all, the identities of Ye Shu and Ye Shu were completely different people in Chen Guo's mind. Now that these two identities had merged into one, should she speak to him as the down-on-his-luck little net manager, or as the idol she'd worshipped for years? Chen Guo had been agonizing over which identity and tone to use with Ye Shu, but his utterly nonchalant attitude just ticked her off. So, she naturally slipped into the fiery, combative state that had become her default around Ye Shu. Ye Shu gave a nod, then asked,
What is there to explain?
You.
Chen Guo looked like she was about to pounce and scratch someone at any moment. Tang Ru quickly stepped in to mediate, ushering them both inside.
Come in and have a seat.
Make yourselves at home.
Ye Shu ushered the two inside, speaking with the air of a proper host.
What exactly is going on with you?
After Chen Guo sat down, her voice was noticeably calmer, but the fluctuations in her tone still betrayed a clear effort to hold herself back. Ye Shu's identity was Ye Shu's greatest shield. Without it, there was no telling what might have happened right then.
I am Yi Chu. Didn't I already tell you that?
Ye Shu finally spoke.
That counts too.
Then what would count?
Chen Guo was at a loss for words. Right. What could you possibly say to make yourself believe it right away? Chen Guo couldn't help but reflect on this as well. But as he thought it over, he suddenly remembered the real reason he hadn't been able to believe it in the first place. That ID card.
If you're Yi Chu, then who the hell is Yi Shu?
Yi Shu is also me.
Why have two names?
Now that's a profound question.
Shen Guo had already prepared herself to listen intently to the reason for the two names, her posture all set. But then Ye Shu stopped talking. Instead, he struck a pose of his own, as if waiting for Chen Guo to say something next. Chen Guo's expression slowly began to freeze up again. Tang Ru tactfully turned her head to look out the window. The origin of the two names was a question anyone would be curious about, but Ye Shu had already made it clear that this was not a topic he was willing to discuss. Clearly, he had no intention of changing his tune in less than 3 hours. In the reflection from the window, Tang Ru clearly saw Chen Guo clenching her fist as she asked.
Why are there two names?
Chen Guo asked anyway. Even though she didn't believe it, Ye Shu didn't know that this was the very question he should have explained.
I can't tell you that yet.
Why?
Because it's a secret.
A pointless conversation, yet it concealed the biggest piece of gossip. No matter how much Chen Guo wanted to know, she couldn't force the other person to talk. She took 2 deep breaths to steady herself before asking again.
So which one is the real name?
Take a guess.
Ye Shu just kicked the question right back. Chen Guo took a few deep, steadying breaths, then slowly rose to her feet. She paced a couple of steps around the room before finally stopping by the window. She actually started to ponder the question in earnest.
I saw your ID. I can't tell if it's real or not myself, but for check-in at a hotel of this level, they're definitely linked to the public security system. Your documents didn't flag any issues. They don't look fake. But you're from the Pro League. As far as I know, registering as a Pro League player definitely requires official documentation. I don't know if the Alliance allows you to register under an alias, and it's not something people tend to pay much attention to, so it's hard to tell for sure. You've been playing in the Pro League for over 7 years. and you've never once shown your face in public. If you were just someone who liked being mysterious, you would have told me you were Yi Chu when we first met. So that flimsy excuse doesn't hold water. You didn't want to be exposed, so there must have been another reason. That means the name Yi Chu was most likely fake, another layer of disguise for your identity. So Yi Chu is your real name, right?
Shen Guo laid out her deduction in one breath, and it was surprisingly coherent and logical. With that, she looked at Yi Shu, waiting for his answer. Yi Shu gave a slight nod.
It seemed pretty easy to guess.
What do you mean, easy to guess? Are you questioning my analytical skills?
That was a brilliant analysis.
Yi Shu said, even clapping his hands.
So you're admitting it?
Can I just not comment on that?
Are you deliberately trying to keep me from getting a good night's sleep?
Alright, fine, I admit it. You're right. I am Yi Shu.
Why use a fake name? Why are you afraid to show your face? What are you avoiding?
Chen Guo immediately got curious, and not just a little curious. She went full-on gossip mode.